It's taken by force, fraud, or coercion. It is sold for the momentary happiness of another. I've been on FBI raids where I've seen things that no person should ever see.
Recently, the scandalous revelations about the sinister side of Hollywood and its high-profile inhabitants sent shockwaves throughout the social media, and some dirty and shameful secrets of the industry finally came to surface. And it's not just some whispers from anonymous sources. Recently, one of the A-listers, actor Ashton Kutcher, spilled the bitter truth on what's hiding behind the glitz and glamours of Hollywood. And according to him, he's been long participating in fighting elites and their crimes against human race.
We've found and we've identified and recovered over 6,000 trafficking victims this year. We found identified and recovered 2,000 traffickers.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to Celeb Live Channel. So it's no longer a secret that the show business has never been a safe environment, and thousands of people, including women and individuals under 18, fell victim to the greedy powers who control Hollywood. Actor Ashton Kutcher seems to be fed up with these dark activities, and he sent a serious warning to the moguls of the entertainment industry who somehow managed to escape the consequences of their atrocious crimes. Now, Ashton believes that Hollywood has turned into a toxic place full of dark secrets where the influential A-listers participate in horrifying acts.
And this child was so conditioned by her environment that she thought she was engaging in play.
Ashton is confident that many high-profile celebs are covering for each other, and it's not much of a secret who is doing what behind the closed doors in Hollywood. And when you start to think who could be a part of such disgusting activities involving innocent victims, well, there's no need to go far away, as there are so many undisclosed cases involving A-listers. You probably heard the story of Harvey Weinstein, whose name became a synonym of disgust. And this is just one story out of thousands, and luckily for many people, it surfaced, allowing this predator to end up behind the bars for the rest of his life.
Disgraced movie mogul Harvey Weinstein has been sentenced to an additional 16 years in prison. Weinstein is already serving 23 years.
But Harvey is not the only problem in Hollywood. And unfortunately, there are a lot of other sinister things going on and many guilty people still walking among us, unpunished. And as Ashton Kutcher says, the crimes these high-profile commit are so terrible that even knowing about them would make any normal person sick with disgust, and they happening right under our noses. As a young man coming up in the public school system in the United States, I thought slavery was done, a thing of the past. When I realized this was happening even right here in Atlanta, a hotbed for trafficking as a travel hub, I was floored and set out to learn as much as I could about it. Now, the actor says that illegal trafficking of individuals takes many forms and always includes forced labor and intimate slavery. It is among the world's largest illicit trades, with many of the transactions happening online. And as Ashton mentions, many trades have been linked to Hollywood A-listers.
It devastated me. It haunted me.
Now Ashton is saying that many celebrities are not only aware of the horrifying activities that's happening, but also keep their mouths zipped, and thus they become silent accomplices to these crimes. The actor has seen enough of disturbing evidences of these crimes against the human nature in his life, and he's genuinely terrified to know that there are still predators walking among us and people who keep their dirty secrets.
We've taken these investigation times of dark web material from 3 years down to what we believe can be 3 weeks.
As Ashton believes, some people in the industry target victims from low-income families and lure them by promises of glamorous and wealthy life in Hollywood. And it breaks the actor's heart to see so many public figures knowing about these crimes and intentionally keeping silence and covering for their colleagues. As Ashton said, kids going into the system don't have someone in their lives that loves them, which makes them vulnerable to someone who reaches out and shows them that attention. That's how traffickers get in. And the most scary part of the whole story, according to Ashton, that he is also being silenced by the system, and every time he tries to invite more people to join his noble cause, he's getting interrupted, and his interviews are cut with commercial breaks.
You can help me get that message out there and help me get support around that.
There are a lot of great organizations, too. I would like to talk to you.
As the actor says, many public figures are simply covering for Hollywood elites. Many fans agree with him and consider that the time to put a stop to these crimes has come, and despite the best attempts of the industry to hush the whole matter with bigger support of honest people, it would be easier to identify and punish all handlers and criminal elements that we see on the screen every day. As one person commented, it's about time to get everything out in the open. Enough of the lies and manipulation. Hopefully, the predators involved will be facing jail for what they did or helped do. And another user added, "Vile creatures." No punishment is good enough, but start with public exposure and then prison, power, and greed. I hope Mel and others can keep shining the light. And if you guys still believe that these are just allegations and conspiracy theories, let me remind you that even before Ashton and his revelations, other celebrities came forward to expose the dirty side of the show business, and they opened up about high-profile celebs covering for their famous and wealthy friends, like Oprah's clumsy explanation on Harvey Weinstein's situation.
Let's talk about what's happening with Harvey Weinstein. I know you posted on Facebook already, but you haven't kind of spoken yet publicly about what's going on.
Yeah, I'm always trying to look for the rainbow in the cloud, whatever is the silver lining.
Some celebrities slammed Oprah for ignoring the situation and trying to divert public's attention from the movie mogul. Singer Seal claimed that she knew about the rumors surrounding Weinstein, but did nothing. The singer took to his Instagram and posted 2 pictures of Oprah with her creepy friend Harvey, where it's obvious how close these two are, and the best part of Seal's post was the caption that read, "When you have been part of the problem for decades, but suddenly they all think you are a solution." However, the 70-year-old movie mogul is already being punished for his crimes, and he will serve the additional 16-year jail term after completing his 23-year sentence. It is therefore highly possible he will spend the rest of his life in prison. And now, Ashton hopes that with more exposure, other mighty public figures may fall. And there's good reason to believe it because the attention of the public is again turned to this highly important topic of illegal trading and modern-day slavery with the release of a movie called Sound of Freedom, which touches upon the same topic of illegal trade and exploitation, and it was already promoted by Mel Gibson, although the actor has no direct ties to this film.
Eradicating this crime is awareness. Go see Sound of Freedom.
Now, there could be a great opportunity to bring more awareness to this still existing problem, yet there was a strange behavior from legacy media and leading streaming platforms, and it seems like they are basically trying to boycott the movie. Now, thanks to many public figures who are not afraid to stand against the industry and its crimes, the issue of illegal trade of individuals and selling them online through the dark web is again the hot topic in Hollywood, and Ashton says that it's time to shed more light on this issue because the biggest nest of traffickers is hiding among high-profile figures and the industry elites.
That's a breeding ground for trafficking. I promise you that's a breeding ground for trafficking.
And this is not the first red flag or first time when the entire industry seemed to be against promoting such significant topics. As Ashton Kutcher says, the show business is rotten to its core, and there have been several other precedents when the streaming platforms tried to normalize intimate exploitation of individuals under 18, and people don't unite against these crimes. The show business will keep playing with people's lives for years.
We cannot ignore it, and we cannot ignore our support for this issue in that space, because otherwise we're going to deal with it for years to come.
There have already been incidents when the industry tried to normalize creepy stuff and was slammed for that, like Netflix had to withdraw a poster for its upcoming coming of age drama cuties after fans slammed it for being too provocative. With many netizens bringing awareness to such horrible things and constitutional lawyer named John Hawley writing and sharing an open letter addressed to Netflix's Reed Hastings, demanding that the platform answer his questions such as, did Netflix take measures to ensure the protection of child? Actors made to perform simulated acts of intimate nature. After the scandal, the streaming platform had to remove the initial poster. But as Ashton says, it's one tiny step toward making Hollywood better and healthier place for kids and young artists, because so far, it's infested with predators and those who cover for them.
Becomes an incubator for trafficking. And this refugee crisis, if we want to be serious about ending slavery.
And although many of these predators managed to escape the consequences of their crimes in the past, it seems like their neatly folded house of cards begins to collapse and expose the true nature of these vile people. Fans hope that with the support of influential public figures like Ashton Kutcher and Mel Gibson, these wrongdoers will finally face severe repercussions, even though it feels like a long way to go. As one person commented, Ashton came out with this decades ago. He and Demi started a charity to help children together. I can't believe it is still going on and no one cares when even famous people speak out. And another user added, "Come on, Ashton and Mel, let's get these names out there so they can be thrown in prison." It's disgusting! And I applaud you for starting to name names. These kids are counting on you. Well, it's great to see the show business making steps towards purifying their rows and getting rid of all wrongdoers. And what do you think about this, guys? Is there any hope for Hollywood after Ashton Kutcher's efforts? And will all the predators be punished for their crimes? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'm eager to know what you're thinking. And in the meantime, check my other videos about the disgusting side of the show business. Well, that's all for today. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned, and I promise to be back very soon.